Hi, we're going to do a conditioning session. For the conditioning session you need some weights. I've got several options. I've got 1.5 kilo, a 6 kilo and a 10 kilo. We're going to start off with an arabesque today, which challenges core control, also challenges hip strength and control. So you guys can start to step back on the mat. I won't, because I'll hit the wall when I'm doing it. So what you're going to start by doing is standing on your left leg. You're going to bring your knee up to 90 degrees. And then what you're going to do is you're going to take both your arms out ahead of you and your leg out behind you to work on your balance and also work on control around the hip and glutes. Then bring your knee back up to your chest. So we're going to do 10 of these. So you're going to reach forward with both your hands, reach the right leg out behind you. It should be parallel with the floor. You'll notice that my left knee is slightly bent. That's to allow my hamstrings to give me the range to be able to come up. So you might need to allow a bend in your hamstrings, soften the hamstrings to allow that to happen. So number 3. Hi, we're going to do a conditioning session today. Hi, this is a conditioning session working on stability and control around your body. We're going to need some weights for the session. I've got a 1.5 kilo, a 6 kilo and a 10 kilo. We're going to start off with some balance work this morning and some work on your glute max. So we're going to stand on your right leg with your left leg in the air, knee bent to 90 degrees, hip bent to 90 degrees, so your thigh is parallel with the ground. Then what you're going to do is you're going to reach out with both hands in front of you and your left leg out behind you. And then you're going to drive your knee to the chest. If you find that your hamstrings are tight, you might want to soften the right knee slightly to allow you to come parallel with the ground with both your arms and your trunk and the left leg. So we're doing 10 of these. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Brilliant. Knee to the chest, then relax the left foot, place it on the ground, shake out the right, and then we're going to repeat the same on the standing on the left leg. So right knee comes to chest, and then both arms and the right leg out behind you. And then drive your knee to the chest, and reach as far as you can with both hands and the right leg. That's 2. Remember to soften the left knee if you need to. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Excellent. Lost my balance there. Shake out the left leg. Then what we're going to do is we're going to come back onto the right leg. You're going to bring yourself back into that arabesque position. Then you're going to place both hands on the ground, and you're going to rock forward onto your tiptoes, lifting the heel off the ground, and then you're going to rock backwards onto your heel, lifting your toes off the ground. So we're doing 3 of these. Onto tiptoes, and rock back and toes up so that your heel is on the ground. Onto tiptoes, and then rock back and pull your toes up. Place the left leg down, take the right leg up behind you, raise onto tiptoes, and then rock back and lift up the toes. Raise onto tiptoes, rock back and lift the toes up, raise onto tiptoes, and rock back and lift the toes up. Place the right leg down, come up into standing. So that's really good, guys. Now what we're going to do is grab hold of a weight. We're going to do a windmill. I'm going to take a 10 kilo weight for this. So I'm going to turn and face you so you can see what I'm doing. So this is a really good exercise for shoulder stability. So you're going to place the weight in the right hand and take the arm up in the air. Both your feet are wider than hip width apart. You're going to turn the left leg, so the left leg is at approximately 8 o'clock, no, approximately 10 o'clock, and then you're going to bend the left knee so that the knee is soft. The left hand is going to slide down the left leg while you look up at the right hand. And then you're going to come back into standing and repeat. We're going to do 10 of these. So left hand slides down left leg, look at your right hand the whole time. And this is number 3. And driving back up. Make sure you push your hips through as you come to the top. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Superb. Swap hands, so take the weight in the left hand, turn the left foot back in, turn the right foot out, soften the right knee, right hand goes on the right thigh, and you're going to slide the right hand down right thigh while the left arm remains in the air. Look at the left hand, doing the motion, and then drive and stand up. So this is good for your adductor strength, it's good for control around your lateral trunk, and for shoulder stability. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Pop the weight on the floor. The next exercise we're going to do is called a crossover squat. This is for your glute medium. It's also good for lower leg balance. So you're going to stand on your right leg. The left leg is going to come in a diagonal behind you to approximately about 4 o'clock on a clock face. So you're going to bend the knee and squat, and as you squat, you're going to take the left leg behind you, and you're going to come up into stance. As you come up into stance, and you drive the knee towards the chest. So left leg behind you, use your hands for balance, and drive your knee to the chest. Left leg out behind you, drive your knee to the chest. 4, 10 of these. 5, 6, hold on guys, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Superb. Up into standing, pop the left leg down, shake out the right leg, and then we're going to do the same on the right leg. So the right leg is coming out in a diagonal between about 7 and 8 o'clock on a clock face. Bend the left knee and then drive the right knee to the chest as you come up into standing. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Well done. Place the right leg down, shake out the left leg, and then you're going to come and stand at the back of the mat. So we're going to start to do a little bit of mobility around the lats, and also some stretching and mobility in the calves. So you're going to stand at the end of the mat, roll your shoulders back and down. You're going to take your head forwards, moving your vertebrae one by one, and bending and sliding down towards the ground. So once you come down towards the ground, put your hands on the ground and walk yourself out into a plank. So we're going to start by doing some lat stretching. So we're going to soften our knees and we're going to come into a down dog. In a down dog position, I want you to push your head and chest through your arms to stretch your lats, and then I want you to straighten the knees as much as you can. Then come into a plank. Soften your knees, push your head and chest through your arms as far as you can, and then straighten the knees out as much as you can. Then come into a plank, soften your knees, push your head and chest through as far as you can, and then straighten the knees out. Superb, guys. Then I want you to take the left leg off the ground, your right leg, you're on your toes, and then I want you to drop your heel to the ground to stretch through the calf. Then I want you to raise onto tiptoes. Drive through the big toe, not just the outer four toes. Then drop your heel to the ground and raise onto tiptoes. 10 of these, drop your heel to the ground, raise onto tiptoes, that's number 3. Really sink the heel into the ground as you lower the heel down. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Superb. Place the left leg down and swap over, so right leg's in the air, up onto tiptoes on the left leg, and then drop the heel to the ground. Up onto tiptoes on the left leg, drop the heel to the ground, up onto tiptoes, drop the heel to the ground. 5, really sink the heel into the ground. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Place the right leg down. Now let's bring the right leg on the outside of the right hand. Place your right hand on your right knee and roll your knee outwards. As you do so, take your weight onto the outer border of your foot. So roll the whole foot out and then relax. Roll the foot out and relax. Roll the foot out and relax. Great, guys. Then I want you to take the right hand and rotate up to the ceiling with your right hand. Look at your right hand and then bring the elbow down to the floor. Rotate up to the ceiling and take the elbow to the floor. Rotate up to the ceiling and take the elbow to the floor. Place your left hand down, bring your right hand down, right leg comes back. Now take your left leg forwards. We'll start by rolling the left knee out, rolling onto the outer border of the left foot, and come back to the middle. Right roll onto the outer border of the left foot, and back to the middle, and outer border of the left foot, and back to the middle. Now place the left hand on the ground, rotate up to the ceiling on the left side, and then bring the left elbow to the floor. Rotate up to the ceiling, and then elbow to the floor, up to the ceiling, and elbow to the floor. Place the left hand down, bring yourself back into a plank position, and drop your knees to the floor. So from here, we're going to do some Supermans. So Superman is where you straighten out your opposite arm and leg. So when you do this, I want you to maintain your control around your middle. So when you lift your arm and leg up, I don't want to see you sinking in your back. I want you to try and keep your belly button and your pubic bone at the same distance apart as you straighten out your arm and leg. So start by dropping the pelvis down and dropping the tummy towards the floor, and then arching the pelvis up and round in the back, and drop down and up, and then I want you to find the middle, and I want you to maintain that position. So what we're going to do is we're going to straighten out the right arm and right leg as far as you can control and maintain that position. That might not mean you fully extend, that's absolutely fine. I can get approximately here, and then you're going to bring opposite knee to elbow, so right elbow to left knee, and then right arm out, left arm out. 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, Superb. 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Well done. Place your right hand down, your left knee, and same on the other side. So extend the left hand and right knee, and then bring the left elbow to the right knee. Number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Place both the arm and the knee down. Then you're going to bring your leg out to the side, and from here you're going to straighten out the right knee and back in. So you're cocking the leg out to the side, maintain that position. We're going to do 10 kicks here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Keep the leg extended, drop the foot to the floor, and then raise the foot off the floor and down. Don't need to touch the floor in between, it makes it harder. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Superb, guys. Place the right knee down. I'm going to turn around 180 degrees because I haven't got enough room otherwise. And we're going to do the same thing on the left side. So left leg out to the side, straighten out the left knee and back in. 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Drop the leg down and raise up. 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Superb. Place that leg down and bring yourself back around. If you'd like to stop here and grab a drink, I'm just going to grab myself a drink for a second. Now we're going to go back into a plank position. And in this plank position, we're going to do 20 shoulder taps. So you can do it in kneeling if you want to, if you find that the plank position is too challenging. So we're going to basically hold the plank, and then we're going to take your right hand to tap your left shoulder, and then you're going to swap. So we're doing 20, this is number 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Try not to let yourself arch in your spine, so you don't want your pelvis drop into the floor. So keep yourself in a nice straight line, tuck your tummy in, keep yourself back nice and flat. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Great, guys. Place your knees down and sit back on your heels. Place your right hand behind your right foot, your left hand in the air. If you want to, you can grab a light weight like a 1.5 kilos, and you're going to push your hips towards the ceiling, and as you do so, your arm is going to go overhead. I'm just going to need to move away from the wall. Push up and overhead, really push your pelvis through, and then down. We're doing 10 of these. Push through, and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, really squeeze your bum muscles. 8, it's really good for inner range strength of glute max, and a stretch around the lats on the left shoulder. 9, and last one, 10. Swap sides, so place the weight in the right hand, left hand out behind you. Look at your right hand as you bridge up and overhead. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Superb. Place the weight down, left weight down. We're going to come back onto our hands and our feet. So we're going to come into a plank. We're going to stick our bottoms up in the air to come into a down dog. So push your head and chest with your arms. And then you're going to take the left foot off the floor. It should be in line with your body. You're going to come over into a plank position. And from here, you're going to slowly control down to the floor in an eccentric press up. Then you can allow your left foot to drop to the floor to come into a cobra. And then we're going to come back into a 3-legged downward dog. We're doing 5 of these on each side. So come into a plank, slowly lower yourself to the ground, come into a cobra, place the left leg on the ground, and back into a 3-legged downward dog. Into a plank, this is number 3. Slowly control down, scoop up into a cobra, and then back into a 3-legged downward dog. 2 more to go on this side. Into a plank, slowly control down, scoop into a cobra, look up to the sky, and then back into a 3-legged downward dog. And last one, into a plank, slowly control down, into a cobra, and back into a 3-legged downward dog. Superb, guys. Place the left leg down, right leg in the air now, into your plank position, slowly control down with an eccentric press up, into a cobra, and then kick back into a 3-legged downward dog. Into a plank, slowly control down, into a cobra, and then kick back into a 3-legged downward dog. That's 2. Number 3. 4. And last one, number 5. Excellent, guys. Place the right leg down, come onto your knees, and kind of sit up. So the next thing we're going to do is come into your tummies. So we're going to start to work on a bit of shoulder strength on your stomach. We're going to do some YTWs. So you're going to come and lie on your back. First thing I want you to do is to tuck your bottom underneath you so that your back is not too arched. So what tends to happen is if you're a little bit weak in your shoulders or stiff in your mid-spine, you'll tend to try and arch your back to compensate. Try and really engage your core. Try and pull your belly button towards your pubic bone by tucking your bum underneath. So we're going to come and lie on your tummies for this. As I mentioned earlier, you're going to tuck your pelvis under. Place your forehead on the floor. Thumbs are facing upwards, and you're going to lift your hands off the ground with your arms overhead. It's really important for swim catch, so having strength around the shoulders in this position is really important for optimal entry into the water. So arms overhead, and then relax. Then you take your arms a bit wider, so they're in a Y shape. Tuck your bum under, arms overhead, and relax. Then bend the elbows and lift the elbows and hands off for a W, and back. So arms overhead, arms out wider, and then elbows bent, arms off. 5 of these, so that's 2 done. So arms overhead and raise, arms out in a Y and raise, and or arms in a W and raise. Same again. Number 3, arms out wide in a Y and raise, and arms in a W and raise. That's number 3 done. Arms up overhead and raise, arms in a V or a Y and raise, arms in a W and raise. Superb, guys. Last one. Arms overhead, tuck your bum under and raise, arms in a Y or a V and raise, and in a W and raise. Great, guys. Into sitting. So we're going to come into sitting now with our feet wider than our hips and our knees. So we're coming out in a diagonal. We're going to do some mobility around the hips and some strength work around the glutes. So you're going to start by rolling both your knees to the right side. So this is called a half swastika, or a 90-90 position, or a pretzel position. So your knees are bent at 90. Your front hip is in line with your body as you face forwards. Your left thigh is in line with your body to the side. So we're going to start by doing some hip mobility. So we're going to lean forwards towards the right thigh. You can do this with hands on the ground. You can take your hands off to come to the ground if you want to. And then sit up. So we're coming forwards and up, and coming forwards and up. Then you're going to place your left hand behind your left knee, your right hand behind your right hip and out to the side, and you're going to lean backwards to have a deep stretch of the medial rotators of the hip. And back to the middle, and reach back, and back to the middle, and back. So we're getting some mobility first before we try and strengthen up around the hip. Superb. Then place your hand between your right heel and your left knee, and you're going to lift the left heel off the ground and back down. If you find that's too hard and you can't get off the ground, if you lean further forward, it'll place your hip in a better position to be able to lift off the ground. So we're going to do 10 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Then from here, we're going to get you to, I'm going to get you to lift the whole leg off the floor and touch your right foot with your left and back down. So 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Superb, guys. Then come back into the sitting position. We're going to 90-90 to the other side. Starting with leaning forwards to stretch the left glute. And come back to the middle. Lean forwards. And back to the middle. And lean forwards again. And back to the middle. Now place your right hand behind your right knee, left hand behind the left, and I want you to lean backwards. So you should really feel this deep in the right hip. And back to the middle. And lean back. And back to the middle. And again. And back to the middle. So from here, place the right hand between the right knee and the left ankle. Left hand out on the other side, parallel to balance. And lift the right heel off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb. Now lift the whole leg, tap the left leg with the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 2 more, 9, and last one, 10. Bring yourselves back into sitting. Now I want you to place the legs out straight behind, in front of you. Right hand behind your right bottom, left hand in front of you between your two legs. And what I want you to do is to take the left hand over to the right, and as you do so, I want you to bridge up onto both legs, look at your left hand in the air, and then come back down. So we're going to do 5 of these. So push through the heels, push your hips up in the air, and your left hand comes round to the right and sweeps up and overhead and back down. And again, 3 and back down. Pretty good for shoulder stability. Working on your glutes as well. 4 and last one, 5. Superb, guys. Place the left hand behind the left hip, right hand in between both your legs. You're going to sweep to the left and come up and overhead. So push through your heels to drive your hips up in the air, up and overhead, and back down. That's number 1. 2, 3, 2 more, 4, and last one, 5. Superb, guys. And you're going to bring yourselves back into onto the mat. We're going to do some roll downs. So you can take a small weight. I've got a 1.5 kilos here. I'm going to hold it in my hands, and we're going to do some roll downs for lower lumbar, lower abdomen strength and control. So working on your abs. So place the weight out in front of you, and you're going to roll down until you feel you get to a point where you can't go any further without having to drop. And then you're going to come and sit back up, raise the weight overhead, and then come back to this position with your arms parallel with the ground. Roll down, vertebra by vertebra, to the tipping point, come back up, extend your arms overhead, and then back. So we're doing 10 of these. This is number 3. This works your lower abdomen. Number 4. 5. 6. 4 more. 7. 8. Really reach up tall. 9. And last one to make 10. Superb, guys. Place the weight down. Come and lie on your backs with your heels close to your bottom, head on the floor. We're going to just work on your glute max again, but also on your soleus muscle of your calf, which is your lower calf muscle, really important for push off in running. So you're going to tuck your tail under to push your back flat against the mat first. So you're rolling your hips backwards, your pelvis backwards, and then you're going to bridge up in the air. From here, place your hands on the floor to give yourself some balance before you take the left foot off the ground, extending the left leg. Then from here, we're going to raise up onto tiptoes on the right leg and drop back down to work on your soleus. So 10 of these. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Place the left leg down, straighten out the right leg to repeat the same process. The left heel off the ground. 1, 2, 3, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Place both legs down. Now we're going to do another abdominal exercise. We're going to, as a progression 1, you can do a dead bug. A dead bug is where both knees are in the air, bent at 90 degrees, hips are 90 degrees, thighs are parallel with the ground. There's no movement of the thighs forwards and backwards. The arms are in the air. For a dead bug, progression 1, you will straighten out the right leg and the left arm as far as you can control, while keeping your back flat on the floor. So tilt your pelvis back to keep your back on the floor, arms in the air, straighten out the left leg and the right arm as far as you can, and back in, and then repeat on the other side. If you find this easy, then keeping the back flat on the ground, you can straighten out both arms and both legs as far as you can control and back in. I can't get down to the ground, but I'm going to do this exercise. I'm going to do 10, and if you're doing the dead bugs, you can do 20. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 3 more. Keep that back flat on the floor. 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Place the feet on the ground, place the hands on the ground. You're going to come along your side now, the last few exercises. So we're going to start with your adductors. You're going to take hold of the left foot with the left hand, place it in the middle, in front of the right thigh, in the middle of the thigh. You're going to straighten out the right leg, have the heel in line with your hip, and then you're going to raise the right heel off the ground, the whole leg off the ground, and back down to work on your adductors. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Great, guys. And from here, bend the knees. Have the feet touching, knees bent. You're going to come up onto your arm this time, onto your elbow this time, sorry. And we're going to do a double clam. So clamshell is where you lift the left knee off the right knee, hips stay still, feet stay still. But a double clam is where you, whilst you're lifting the left leg up, you push through the right shoulder and you push your right hip forwards and you lift the right hip off the ground at the same time and down. So we're doing 10 of these. 2, left knee back to right knee. 3, really push the hips through. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Last one we're going to do is we're going to come into a plank. So in a plank position, you're back on the elbow again. Left and right leg is straight. You're going to push through the elbow to plank off the ground, to side plank off the ground. The left hand can be in front of you for side balance. And then you're going to lift the left leg off the ground. And we're going to do 10 forward rotations of the left leg. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Place the left leg down, drop your hips. Come onto your arms, so drop down to the side, head on the ground. Grab hold of the left foot and take your left heel to your left bottom. Extend the left hip to stretch through your quadriceps. Then place the right foot, the heel on the left knee and push the knee to the ground to add a stretch to your iliotibial band. To bias the stretch further to the ITB and the lateral quadriceps, rotate the thigh down, by lifting the heel up towards the ceiling. So you should feel that in the outer quad and ITB. Really nice stretch for your ITB if you're struggling finding a way to hit it and you're getting problems with cycling on the bike. Great, guys. we're going to come 180 degrees to do the same thing on the right side. So we're going to start lying on our sides with our head supported by our arms. Grab hold of the right foot with your right hand, place it on the floor. The left foot, we're going to raise off the ground. The left foot is in line with the hip, and we're going to go back down. 2, so we're working on adductors again. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb. Come onto the elbow this time, so come up off the ground. Both knees are bent, knees are touching, feet are touching. You're going to lift up the right knee off the left knee. As you do so, you're going to push the left hip off the ground and push your hip forwards and come back down. 2, keep the feet together. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and last one, 10. Superb, guys. Come up into sitting. Oh, sorry, last, come up into lying, sorry. Actually on your elbow again. We're going to do a side plank. So we're going to raise up into a side plank. Right hand on the ground for a bit of balance. And then you're going to do circles forwards, 10 of them, with the right leg, keeping the leg straight to the knee. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Brilliant. Drop your hips down. Come to lie down on your side again with your head close to the ground. Support your head under your hand. Your right hand gets the right foot, and you take your heel to the bottom to stretch through the quads. Then you're going to place the left foot on the right knee and push the right knee to the floor to stretch through the iliotibial band. Then rotate the thigh towards the ground, heel to the ceiling to stretch through the outer quads and ITB further. And just hold that there. Superb, guys, well done. Great, relax your leg. Come up into sitting. We're just going to do some stretching around the neck before we finish for the day. So you're going to sit on your left hand, palm faced upwards. Place the right hand on the left ear and pull the right ear over to the right shoulder. Excellent. Then nod the head slightly forwards to stretch through the upper fibers of traps. Relax the left hand, sit on the right buttock cheek, left hand on the left ear, on the right ear, sorry. Bring the left ear to the left shoulder to stretch through the right upper traps. Then nod your head slightly forward to stretch the levator scapulae. And relax. Brilliant, guys. So I hope you enjoyed the session, and there will be more to come on my YouTube channel soon. Take care. Bye.